Hello, welcome to the Learn English Lab. Today's podcast, English Listening Practice Podcast, topic name is Understanding Native Speakers. We're doing a deep dive today into something that, well, let's be honest, it's probably one of the trickiest parts of learning English, but also maybe the most rewarding, truly getting what native speakers are saying when they're just talking naturally.
It's something pretty much everyone bumps into.
Absolutely. You have those great moments, right? Where a word finally clicks or some grammar thing makes sense. You feel amazing.
Yeah, that little confidence boost.
Exactly. But then there's the flip side, that feeling of climbing a really steep hill, especially when you hear actual fast everyday English.
Yeah.
It's a very common experience. It can be pretty frustrating sometimes.
Oh, definitely. I think loads of people listening will know that feeling. You know, when you're in class or maybe using a language app, the English often sounds so neat, clear, slow, perfectly pronounced.
Every word is separate.
Right. It's like watching a calm little stream flow past. Predictable, easy to follow.
You feel totally on top of it. You get the exercises, the dialogues make sense, but then you step out into the real world, the messy, noisy, unpredictable world.
And suddenly that gentle stream, it's a rushing river, fast, swirling, words blurring together, sounds disappearing, it just washes over you.
Yeah, disorienting is a good word for it.
That river analogy is really spot on, I think. If you've ever been in a conversation just nodding along, totally lost inside,
Yeah.
or, hitting pause and rewind on a movie again and again, trying to figure out what they just said.
Guilty.
Well, the main thing to know is you're really not alone. Seriously. Millions of learners face this exact same challenge every single day.
So let's unpack that. Why is there such a big gap between, let's call it classroom English, and the kind of real English you hear from native speakers?
Well, think about how traditional learning materials work. Textbooks, apps, they're designed to simplify things.
Right. Break it down.
Yeah. They give you neat little pieces, grammar rules here, vocabulary lists there, dialogues that are, frankly, pretty scripted.
Very tidy, very organized, a bit artificial.
You got it. But native speakers, we don't talk from a script. We talk naturally, quickly. There's a rhythm, a flow. We shorten words all the time.
Like gotta and wanna.
Exactly. And we drop sounds, use jokes, mention cultural stuff, things that only really make sense if you're, in the know.
So that natural, fluid, sometimes unpredictable way of talking, that's the core of the gap, isn't it? It's living language, not just rules on paper.
That's it. It's organic.
But, and this is the exciting part, bridging that gap. The benefits are huge. Just imagine. Picture yourself chatting easily with friends from different countries. Really getting the jokes in an English movie without needing subtitles all the time. Or traveling, say, asking for directions in London, no problem. Ordering street food in New York, just easy conversation.
And professionally, too. Think about work. Imagine the confidence boost in meetings. Not just hearing the words, but actually understanding the nuances, the subtle things in emails.
Building better connections with colleagues because you're really understanding them.
Definitely. It allows for much stronger relationships when you're communicating on that deeper level.
It really is a game changer, isn't it? Whether you're learning English for fun, for travel, for your career, or just to connect with people better, it stops being this thing you study.
And starts feeling like your language.
Yeah.
Part of you.
Yeah. And that's what we want to explore in this deep dive. Our mission here is to really break down these common hurdles, understand why they're tricky.
And then give you practical tips, things you can actually use right away, plus some fun activities to make practice less of a chore.
And, super important, how to handle it when you don't understand. Because it happens. How to deal with that gracefully.
Think of it as a step-by-step guide. Improvement is a process, remember. It's not instant. Every little step counts. Every small win is huge.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, let's dive in then. Understanding native speakers, navigating the real English river. It's going to be quite the ride, but we'll guide you through it.
Let's do it.
Right. So the core difficulty. Why does it sometimes feel like native speakers are using a completely different language? I think the number one thing people mention is just the speed.
Oh, absolutely. It feels relentless, doesn't it?
Like a race you can't keep up with.
Yeah, and it's not just about the words per minute, though that's part of it. Native speakers, in normal chat, we just don't pause much between words. Not like a teacher might, deliberately.
It all just flows together.
Exactly. Sentences are strung together pretty quickly. We're talking maybe 150, even 200 words a minute sometimes. It's just habit for us. We learned it that way. We don't think about pausing.
But for learners, our brains are working so hard. trying to catch each sound, figure out the meaning, keep up. It's like trying to drink from a fire hose.
That's a great way to put it. And if you miss just one word in that fast stream,
The whole sentence can just fall apart. Poof. Gone.
and it gets even harder in noisy places, right? Think about trying to follow a fast conversation in a busy cafe, machines grinding, people talking.
Or on a street with traffic noise. It's overload.
Your brain's already maxed out just dealing with the speed, and then you add all that background noise. It makes picking out words incredibly difficult.
Let's make it real. An airport announcement. High-stress situation. Maybe you're looking for your gate. You hear something like, "Attention passengers, flight 123 to Chicago is now boarding at gate 45. Please have your boarding passes ready." Said nice and slow like that, it's clear.
Sure, perfectly clear. But the reality, the announcer said it a million times, they're probably rushing. It comes out like, "Attention passengers, flight NY 3 to Chicago, no boarding, gate 45. Please have your boarding passes ready."
Whoa, yeah, just one long sound.
Exactly. And if you're a learner, panic sets in. Did they say gate 45 or 55? Are we boarding now? You miss crucial info just because you couldn't separate the words fast enough.
I've had that many panic in much less important places, like fast food. The cashier asks, "What I ordered for you every day?"
Instead of, "What can I get for you today?"
And my brain just short circuits. I end up pointing, feeling like I failed a basic interaction. It's those little things.
It's a perfect example, and it leads right into the next big challenge. Connected speech. This isn't just speed, it's how words actually seem to melt together.
Right. It's like you learn words as separate blocks, but native speakers just smush them all together into one long block.
That's a great visual. Connected speech is like the glue holding natural conversation together. Sounds change. The end sound of one word flows right into the start of the next. Sometimes sounds just disappear entirely.
That makes it smooth for native speakers, I guess.
For us, yes. But really confusing if you're expecting separate words.
So we mentioned gonna for going to, wanna for want to. Are there other common ways words connect or change?
Oh, loads. There's linking, like when an apple sounds more like an apple.
Ah, okay. The end sound jumps over.
Right. Or pick it up becomes pick it up. Then there are other reductions like have to, often sounds like hafta.
Hafta. Yeah, I hear that one.
Or did you can become did ya. Like, did you see that?
And that's the core problem, isn't it? We learn words from lists, perfectly pronounced in isolation. Then we hear this mushy connected version, and it's like, well, what was that?
Exactly. You need specific practice to even start hearing these patterns. It's like tuning your ear to a different frequency. You have to learn to recognize the blended sounds.
Almost like learning new sound rules.
In a way, yes. Recognizing sound patterns, not just separate words.
Okay, let's move on to another layer of complexity. Slang and idioms. This really feels like a secret code sometimes.
Doesn't it? Like everyone else got the memo except you.
Totally. So what's the difference between slang and idioms, really?
Good question. They're both informal, but slang is usually more trendy, maybe tied to a certain group or time, like maybe lit for exciting or ghost, meaning to ignore someone. Slang changes fast.
Right, what's cool today might be dated tomorrow.
Exactly. Idioms, though, are fixed phrases where the meaning isn't literal at all. Think, kick the bucket for dying, or spill the beans for revealing a secret. Native speakers use both all the time, often without even thinking about it. They add color, sure, but they're also conversational shortcuts.
The big challenge is they're usually not in the beginner textbooks. Why is that?
Mainly because they're so variable. Slang especially changes by region, by age group. It's constantly evolving. It's a moving target for teaching materials.
So if you don't know them, conversations can feel like puzzles with missing pieces.
Absolutely. And like you said, slang is always shifting. You got to keep learning.
Let's paint a picture. Imagine eavesdropping on some teenagers talking about a party. One says, "That party was totally lit, but I had to ghost early because it got kind of sus."
Okay, without the slang decoder, you're lost. Lit means amazing, exciting.
Right.
Ghosting means leaving without telling anyone, just disappearing. And sus is short for suspicious. Something felt off. So without knowing those, you might think they're talking about actual lights, spirits, and detectives. Completely missing the story.
Or in an office, someone says in a meeting, "Look, let's not beat around the bush. We need to cut costs."
If you take beat around the bush, literally, you're picturing gardening, right?
What does that have to do with the budget?
But the idiom means stop avoiding the main point. Be direct. So not knowing it completely hides the urgency of the message about needing to save money. Big misunderstanding potential.
Okay, shifting again. Another huge one.
Yeah.
Different accents. English isn't just one sound, is it? It's a
Yeah.
whole world of sounds.
Oh, definitely not just one sound. It's more like a rainbow of accents.
Yeah.
UK, US, Australian, Canadian, Indian English, that's African. So many variations. Each one changes vowels, consonants, the rhythm, the whole melody of the language.
Like how Americans often say there are sound really strongly, but many Brits soften it.
Exactly. Or Australians sometimes have that rising tone at the end of sentences, even when it's not a question.
Yeah, that can be confusing.
And for you as a learner, if you're used to one main accent from your lessons, your brain expects certain sounds.
Right, it's tuned to that frequency.
So when the sounds change even a little bit, familiar words can suddenly sound completely foreign. It takes extra brain power to adjust. Plus, accents carry cultural stuff too, which adds another layer.
Can you give us a really clear example, something quite distinct?
Sure. Imagine you're talking to a colleague from Scotland and they say, the weather's pure draith today.
Okay, I is yes.
Right. Pure here means really or very, and draith, that's a great Scottish word for dull, gloomy, wet weather.
Drake. Never heard that.
Exactly. Plus, you've got the Scottish rolled R, different vowel sounds. To someone used to say standard American English, it might sound almost like a different language. You might just nod, having missed the whole point about the miserable weather.
Wow, okay. Or maybe you're in Australia and someone says, come round for brekkie, mate.
Brekkie is just Aussie slang for breakfast. Easy enough once you know it. But the accent might make round sound a bit like rand.
The vowel sound.
Yeah. So without exposure, you might completely miss the friendly invitation because the pronunciation and the slang word are unfamiliar. It's about training your ear for that variety.
And the last big hurdle we identified, cultural references. These feel like inside jokes you weren't told about.
That's a good way to put it. They're quick nods to shared knowledge, movies, history, sports, holidays, famous people, things native speakers often assume everyone knows.
Like mentioning Groundhog Day, if something keeps repeating.
Perfect example. Or saying someone is acting like a Scrooge if they're being stingy. It relies on knowing the story of A Christmas Carol.
And the problem is, if you're from a different culture, these just go whoosh right over your head.
Totally. Native speakers don't usually mean to exclude anyone, they just assume that shared background. But for the learner, it can lead to confusion or feeling left out because you don't get the reference, the joke, the point they're making.
So at that dinner party example, if someone says, don't go all Scrooge on us about sharing dessert.
If you don't know Scrooge means miserly, the comment makes no sense. You might just smile awkwardly, missing the playful warning not to be stingy.
Or in a U.S. sports bar, someone yells, that was a home run, after a great play.
It's baseball, sure, but it's also used all the time as an idiom for any big success, doing something really well.
Hitting it out of the park.
Exactly. So if you don't know that wider cultural use, you might think they're only talking baseball, missing the general excitement and meaning of, that was amazing. It's a cultural shortcut for triumph.
Wow. Okay, listing all these challenges, speed, connected speech, slang, accents, cultural bits, it can feel a bit overwhelming.
It can seem like a lot, yeah.
But just knowing why you're struggling, identifying these things, that's actually a huge step forward, right? It gives you some power back.
Absolutely. Understanding the why is genuinely half the battle. And remember, native speakers learning other languages face very similar hurdles. Knowing what you're up against is the first step to tackling it.
So now we know the challenges. Let's shift focus. Let's talk about the path forward for practical tips to actually strengthen those listening skills, how to navigate that river.
Yes. Let's get into the how. And the mindset here is key. These challenges can become strengths. It takes consistent, hopefully enjoyable practice. Small steps really do add up.
It's not about finding one magic solution overnight.
Not at all. It's about building habits. So these tips are practical things you can weave into your routine. We'll explain why they work, give examples, and suggest little mini exercises you can try. Maybe just start with one or two that feel right for you.
Okay, sounds good. First one, and this feels like the bedrock. Listen daily, like exercising your ears, right?
That's a perfect analogy. Daily listening is like a workout for your auditory system. The more you expose your ears to natural English, the better your brain gets at handling the speed, figuring out connected speech, picking up nuances.
It trains your brain to recognize the patterns.
Exactly. Repetition makes it more automatic, less effortful. Aim for, say, 15-30 minutes a day. And the key is choosing stuff you actually like. That keeps you motivated.
So what kind of things? Beyond the usual language apps.
Oh, tons of options. Podcasts on topics you love could be anything. History, science, movies. YouTube blogs are great for real chatty English. Music, listen to song lyrics. Artists like Adele or Bruno Mars often have clear vocals but natural rhythm. Even short news clips from BBC or CNN apps are good for focused bursts.
Okay, so a mini exercise for daily listening. What can someone try today?
How about this? Find a 5-minute TED Talk clip online, something you're interested in. Listen once, and just try to jot down maybe 3 new words or phrases you hear. Don't worry if you don't understand them fully yet.
Okay.
Then tomorrow, listen to the same clip again. Notice what feels clearer. Maybe you'll suddenly hear that gonna distinctly this time. Try doing this for a week. Maybe keep a small notebook, see how it feels.
I like that. Active engagement. Any other ideas for daily practice?
Yeah, with those short news clips. Try summarizing the main story in your own words afterwards. Say it out loud or write it down. It checks your comprehension and makes you produce language too.
Okay, next tip. This one feels like a lifesaver sometimes. Use subtitles. It's like having a cheat sheet for your ears.
They really are your best friend, especially early on. Subtitles give you the written words right there with the spoken ones. It connects the sound to the meaning, builds confidence, builds vocabulary. It's a fantastic bridge.
So the strategy is start with English subtitles.
Yes. Definitely start with English subtitles first. Let your eyes help your ears. Then, as you get better, as your ear gets more tuned in, you can start trying to watch without them, gradually phase them out.
I can see how watching a show like The Office or maybe Friends with subtitles would be really revealing. You'd see going to written, but here, gonna.
It's like a live demonstration of connected speech in action. It makes it less mysterious.
So a mini exercise using subtitles.
Okay, pick a short scene, maybe 2 minutes, from a show you like. Watch it with English subtitles. Find a line, maybe something quick like, I'm gonna be late. Pause it. Read the subtitle. Then try saying the line out loud, maybe 5 times, really trying to match the actor's speed and rhythm.
Get the sound right.
Exactly. Then the challenge. Next time you watch that scene, try to anticipate or guess the words before you read the subtitles. Train your ear to predict.
Good one. Other ways to use subtitles.
YouTube's auto-generated subtitles can be quite good. Use them and try watching clips with different accents, British, American, Australian with subtitles on. It helps you map the different sounds to the written words. Even song lyric videos on YouTube are great subtitle practice.
Okay, moving on. This is key for that melting words problem. Learn contractions. Those little shortened forms are everywhere.
Absolutely essential. Understanding contractions is crucial for decoding connected speech and hearing those natural reductions clearly. Best way to tackle them, maybe 3 steps.
Okay.
1, make a list of the common ones. It's don't, can't, won't, should've, would, couldn't. 2, practice saying them slowly first. Think about the full words. 3, then speed up, blend them, make them sound natural.
So like, we are going to watch a movie becomes we're going to watch a movie. The spoken form is just different.
That's a perfect example. Mini exercise. Pick 5 contractions, maybe can't, won't, should've. It's there. Pick a sentence using them. Like, it's too bad they're not coming. I can't believe I won't see them. I should have called earlier.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
It is. Practice saying it slowly, then faster, blending it. It's too bad they're not coming. I can't believe I won't see them. I should have been stilled earlier. Record yourself. Listen back. Does it sound natural?
Good idea. Challenge part.
Find 3 contractions in a song you like. Sing along. Really focus on how they sound in the music.
And if someone wants to go deeper with contractions?
Flashcards. Full form, we are on one side, contraction, we're on the other. Quiz yourself daily. Active recall really cements it.
Nice. Okay, next up, focus on stress and intonation. This is about the music of English, right? Not just the words.
Yes, vital, often overlooked. Stress is about which syllable in a word gets emphasis, like important, not important, and which words in a sentence get emphasis. Intonation is the rise and fall of your voice pitch. Up for questions, down for statements, but also changing for emotion.
Native speakers use this all the time to add meaning.
Constantly. To show feeling, sarcasm, importance, it helps you catch the real meaning behind the words. Understanding stress and intonation helps you get those subtle nuances.
Like that classic example, I didn't say he sold the money.
Yeah.
Stressing different words changes everything.
Exactly. Stress I, someone else said it. Stress say, maybe you implied it. Stress he, someone else stole it. Stress money, he stole something else. Huge differences from just vocal emphasis.
Wow. Mini exercise for this.
Try saying a simple question like, what are you doing? With a clear rising intonation at the end. Sound curious. Record yourself. Compare it to a native speaker on a site like Forvo or Youglish for a challenge. Listen to a podcast snippet, just one sentence, and try to identify which words the speaker stresses the most.
And for more advanced practice,
Try shadowing again, but this time focus purely on the rhythm and melody. Shadow poems, speeches, movie monologues. Mimic the rises and falls, the pauses, the stressed beats. It helps you internalize that musicality.
okay, last core tip. Practice active listening. This means really tuning in, not just letting the sound wash over you.
Crucial difference. Active listening means full focus. You're trying to guess meaning from context, anticipate what's next, ask mental questions. It's the opposite of just having English on in the background.
So if you hear an idiom like break a leg before someone goes on stage,
Active listening means you use the context theater. Performance, to guess it probably means good luck, even if you've never heard it. You're making an informed guess.
mini exercise.
Listen to a short dialogue with an idiom, maybe. Let's hit the road. Mentally ask. Okay, context is they're leaving. Does hit the road mean leave? Yes. Challenge. While watching anything, try to predict the speaker's next few words based on what they just said. Train your brain to anticipate.
These tips create a really solid toolkit. Mixing and matching them seems key. Now let's make it fun. Practice doesn't have to be a chore. These activities are more like games.
Yes, learning should be enjoyable. These activities are designed to sharpen skills while keeping things engaging. You can do them alone or with others.
Okay, first fun activity, shadowing. We touched on this, but let's dive deeper. Copying like a shadow.
It's incredibly effective. You repeat immediately after a native speaker, mimicking everything. Speed, rhythm, intonation, accent. It trains your ears and your mouth at the same time. Boosts processing speed and pronunciation.
So the steps.
Pick a short audio clip sentence, phrase. Listen once or twice just to understand. Then play it again and speak along with the recording, like an echo. Try to match the sound exactly. Aim for maybe 10 minutes a day.
Sample dialogue.
Native speaker says, "Hey, what's the plan for tonight? Want to grab dinner?" You repeat it exactly, matching the casual tone. The question rise, the wanna grab blend.
Practice challenge.
Take a 30-second news clip, shadow it 3 times. Try to get closer to the original each time. Shadowing songs is also great for rhythm.
Love it. Okay, next. Dictation. Writing down what you hear. This sounds intense. Good for accuracy, though.
Definitely good for accuracy. It forces you to pay attention to every single sound. You write what you hear, then compare it to a transcript and find your mistakes. Very targeted practice.
Steps for dictation.
Choose a short audio piece, listen maybe multiple times, and write down exactly what you hear. Don't worry about perfection, first try. Then, get the transcript and compare. Carefully check your errors. Why did you mishear that word? Was it connected speech? A new word?
Sample sentence for dictation.
Maybe. It's raining cats and dogs, so stay inside. Listen, write, check, for practice. Dictate one sentence from a podcast. Specifically note any slang or tricky connected speech you missed. For more practice, try dictation with different accents on different days. British, American, Indian English builds adaptability.
Good variety.
Yeah.
Next, pause and replay. This seems perfect for tackling those super fast bits.
It's simple, but so powerful. You hit pause the moment you get confused, missed word, garbled phrase, sentence too fast. Then you replay just that little section again and again until it clicks. Great for breaking down speed and connected speech.
How do you use it effectively?
Watch or listen. Confusion hits. Pause immediately. Replay that tricky bit. Slow it down if you can. 0.75x speed. Listen multiple times. Once you think you've got it, say the phrase out loud yourself. It helps lock it in.
Like if you hear, "That test was a piece of cake," and pause on the idiom.
Exactly. Pause, replay a piece of cake, figure out it means easy, maybe look it up for practice. Use movie trailers, they're fast, varied voices, lots of dialogue. Replay the bits with tricky accents or fast talk. News reports with transcripts are also great for this.
Okay, last fun activity. Role play conversations. Acting things out. This bridges listening and speaking.
Hugely effective. Role-playing lets you practice real situations in a safe space, builds confidence and fluency because you're not just understanding, you're responding.
How do you set it up?
Choose a scenario. Ordering coffee, asking directions, small talk at a party. Write a simple script or just outline the conversation points. Then act it out with a friend, a tutor, or even just talking to yourself in the mirror. Really try to use natural language slang, contractions, idioms you've learned.
So casual chat role play could be like, person A, saw that new sci-fi movie, it was off the chain. Person B, no way, was it? I heard it was kind of meh. Person A, seriously, mind-blowing effects.
Perfect, or something practical. Person A, shoot, sorry I'm late, traffic was insane. Person B, oh no worries, happens to the best of us, grab a seat. For practice, role play going shopping. Use lots of contractions like I'd like, it's don't. Or practice a job interview scenario, focusing on understanding formal questions.
These activities sound genuinely useful and fun. Rotating them seems like a good idea to keep things fresh.
Definitely. They target different skills and keep the learning process dynamic.
Okay, so we've got strategies, we've got practice activities, but let's be real. Misunderstandings will still happen. It's just part of the process. So let's talk about graceful communication, how to handle those moments politely.
Yes, this is so important. And the first step is just accepting it's normal. It happens to everyone. Even native speakers sometimes misunderstand each other. Don't see it as failure. See it as a chance to clarify, a chance to learn.
So what can you actually say in that moment when you're lost or miss something? Some polite phrases.
Absolutely. Keep these in your back pocket. A simple, direct one. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you say it again?
Okay, polite and clear.
Another good one, especially if you want to gently remind them you're learning. Could you repeat that, please? I'm still learning. Or, if it's a specific word, what does the word mean in this context? Shows you're trying to understand.
What if the problem is just sheer speed?
You can politely ask, "Excuse me, could you speak a little slower, please?" Most people are happy to adjust. Or if you think you understood but aren't sure. "I'm not sure I followed. Did you mean your interpretation?" This gives them a chance to confirm or correct you.
And the classic simple one.
Just pardon. Or sorry, I missed that last part. Always useful.
Let's put them in action. You're at a cafe, the barista is listing specials super fast.
You could lean in slightly, make eye contact, and say clearly, "Sorry, I didn't catch that. What are the sandwich options again?"
Gets the info without making a fuss.
Okay. Or chatting with friends. Someone uses slang you don't know, like, "That's cat." Don't just nod. Ask directly, maybe playfully. "Hang on, what does cat mean when you say that?" People usually like explaining slang. It shows you're interested.
And the accent issue. If you're struggling with someone's pronunciation,
Be polite and maybe complimentary. "Could you repeat that, please? Your accent is really interesting, but it's new for me and I'm still getting used to it." It acknowledges their way of speaking respectfully while still asking for clarity.
using these phrases consistently, it changes the dynamic, doesn't it? Turns awkwardness into something positive.
It really does. It shows you're engaged, you're trying. Native speakers become more patient, more helpful. Instead of a communication breakdown, you get a moment of connection, maybe even shared laughter. It becomes cooperative, not confrontational.
Okay, wow. We have covered a lot of ground in this deep dive. We've looked at all those common challenges, the speed, the connected speech, the slang and idioms, those tricky accents, and the cultural references.
We really unpacked the why.
And then we armed you with a whole toolkit of practical tips. Listening every day, using subtitles smartly, mastering contractions, tuning into stress and intonation, and practicing active listening.
Plus, those fun activities, shadowing, dictation, pause and replay, and role-playing to make practice engaging and effective.
And crucially, we talked about how to handle those moments of misunderstanding with grace, using polite phrases to keep the conversation flowing and turn confusion into connection.
It's a comprehensive approach, really.
But the big takeaway, I think, is that understanding native speakers isn't like flipping a switch. It's a journey, a skill you build over time. Requires patience, persistence, and that consistent daily practice.
Absolutely. It's like planting a seed. You water it a little every day, give it attention, and slowly it grows strong. You won't see massive changes overnight, but they are happening.
So be kind to yourself in the process. If you miss something today, just acknowledge it, learn from it if you can, and know you'll catch more tomorrow. That listening journal idea is great for tracking progress.
Yeah, noting down challenges, but also celebrating the wins. Hey, I understood that idiom today. Or, I followed that whole fast sentence. Those moments matter.
Think about someone like Sarah from Brazil we mentioned, struggling with slang, but she kept practicing with shadowing and pause and replay. And eventually, she nailed those job interviews because she could truly connect. You listening right now, you can get there too. Everyone starts somewhere.
The key is persistence. Keep at it, and those conversations will start to flow more easily. Movies will become pure entertainment, not hard work. Travel will feel seamless. Your work life can genuinely blossom with better communication.
So here's a final thought to mull over. As you keep working on your listening, think about how truly understanding isn't just about decoding words. It's about connecting with people, understanding different perspectives, experiencing cultures more deeply. When you can really hear what someone is saying, the words and the meaning behind them, what new doors does that open for you in the world?
A powerful thought. It goes beyond just language.
You're doing great just by being on this journey. Keep practicing, celebrate every small victory, and try to enjoy the process. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel.
Hello! Welcome to the Learn English Lab. Today's podcast, English Listening Practice Podcast topic name is Why Pronunciation Matters.
Hi there. Yeah, it's a huge topic, and one that, well, can feel a bit daunting for learners sometimes.
Definitely, but we're going to make it accessible today. Think of this as your shortcut to getting a handle on a really key skill. We've got some surprising insights and honestly some really practical tips for you.
That's the plan. Because often pronunciation feels like this massive mountain to climb, right? But our mission today is really to demystify it.
Show you it's not about sounding exactly like someone else or losing your own voice.
Exactly. It's much more about being clearly understood, effortlessly understood, ideally, and feeling genuinely confident when you open your mouth to speak English.
Yeah, and we'll dig into how it works as this kind of vital bridge in communication, making sure your ideas, your thoughts get across clearly.
Making them accessible.
Totally. And, we do have a few pretty funny real-life stories lined up.
Oh.
Those moments where one tiny sound changes absolutely everything. It really drives the point home.
It really does. So let's dive in and unpack this together.
Okay, let's kick things off by really pinning down what we actually mean by pronunciation. People often think it's just, saying words the right way.
Mm-hmm. But it's so much more than that, isn't it? It's more dynamic. I really like thinking of it as the music of the language.
Oh, I like that. The music.
Yeah. Because it's the fundamental way we produce all the sounds in English. Not just letters in isolation, but how you shape those sounds, those phones, the smallest sound units that actually change meaning.
Like P versus B.
Exactly. And then how you blend those sounds smoothly into words, and then crucially, how those words flow together in sentences, with rhythm, with melody.
So it's definitely about clear sound production, getting those vowels and consonants right, but also the rhythm, the beat of speech, and those ups and downs in your voice, the intonation, like you said, the music.
It's like a complex musical piece. Every note, every beat, every rise and fall has its place. It all carries meaning, carries emotion.
And here's something really important, I think, especially for learners starting out.
What's that?
The goal isn't immediate, perfect native-like pronunciation straight away.
Oh, absolutely not. That's overwhelming. And honestly, it can feel unattainable. It just leads to frustration.
Right. The real goal, the one that makes a difference, is clarity. Being understood easily.
And feeling comfortable when you speak. Confident. That sense of ease makes such a difference in how willing you are to communicate.
And the encouraging thing is, every single English sound, no matter how weird it seems at first, it's learnable. You can break it down step by step.
You really can. Take the thew sound, for example, like in think or thank you. That sound doesn't exist in lots of other languages.
Right. So how do you make it? You kind of gently put the tip of your tongue just between your teeth.
Just barely.
Yeah, not biting down hard. And then you just blow air through that little gap.
That's it. You should feel maybe a little vibration, or maybe just air for the think. For the in this or that, it's voiced, so there's more vibration.
It's quite distinctive.
Very. So go on, try it now if you're listening. Say thank you slowly. Really focus on where your tongue is. Feel those little muscle movements.
You're literally building that muscle memory right there.
Exactly. In action.
Okay, so you're building that foundation. Now let's connect this back. Why does this music of language matter so much in actual communication? We like thinking of it as a bridge, right?
It's a great metaphor, a communication bridge. It connects your thoughts, your ideas directly to the other person's understanding.
So if your bridge is strong, well built,
it's sturdy.
Your message just sails across, easy, smooth. The listener gets it without any effort.
Yeah, it's like you're speaking right into their mind almost.
But if that bridge is shaky, maybe you got some gaps, missing planks.
That's when things go wrong. Misunderstandings happen. Your message might get scrambled, or worse, completely misinterpreted.
Leading to confusion, or maybe awkwardness.
Think about just a simple chat with a friend about your day. If your pronunciation is clear, it just flows, right? No awkward pauses, no, what did you say?
Yeah.
Every 2 minutes.
Yeah, no constant repeating.
And that smoothness isn't just for casual chats.
Yeah.
It's vital everywhere. Academic settings. You need clear articulation for complex ideas.
Definitely. Professional life. Clear speech can make or break a presentation, a negotiation, an interview.
Absolutely. And just forming new friendships.
Yeah.
Easy understanding, builds rapport, builds connection much faster.
It's so true. And that frustration you mentioned, it often goes both ways, doesn't it? The speaker feels unheard, misunderstood, and the listener is struggling, maybe feeling a bit awkward, asking for repeats all the time.
It slows everything down, creates this sense of unease. And honestly, this is super common. Learners from all sorts of language backgrounds hit these hurdles. So if this sounds familiar to you listening, you are definitely not alone.
But the upside is huge.
Huge! Even tiny improvements, like really nailing one tricky sound, can make a massive difference in how well you communicate.
It opens doors, makes you feel more connected, more part of the English-speaking world.
Which is incredibly empowering.
Okay, and this brings us to the fun part, the mix-ups. They can be absolutely hilarious looking back.
Even if they felt awful at the time.
Totally. But they really show how much one little sound can change the meaning.
They're powerful reminders, aren't they?
Yeah.
And also, they show that mistakes are just a normal, necessary part of learning. Everyone makes them.
Okay, picture this. A learner on vacation trying to say how much they love the beach, sand, sea.
That's lovely.
But they used a short I sound, so it came out sounding a lot like, well, bitch?
Oh, no.
You could just imagine the friend's face. Shocked silence. Total awkwardness.
Oof. All because of one little vowel sound difference. Long E versus short I. Huge meaning change.
Yeah.
From seaside relaxation to something else entirely.
Exactly. Or another quick one, the classic confusion between sheet, like for a bed or a piece of paper. That's shit. Asking for a bed sheet in a store, but getting that vowel wrong.
You might get giggles.
Yeah.
Or just a very confused look from the clerk. Maybe even mild offense.
These stories stick with you, though. They really underline why paying attention to those small sound differences is so important.
They really do. And again, these things happen to everyone learning a language. They're not failures. They're just data points, lessons learned.
So here's something practical you can do right now. Take a moment, say beach. Stretch out that E, beach. Now say sheet, sheet. Feel that long vowel.
Really focus on the mouth position, the tension.
Now try the short E and say sit. Feel how different that is. Shorter, more relaxed.
Feeling those subtle differences, consciously directing your tongue and lips, that's how you build that muscle memory.
Okay, good. So we've got the basics down. We know what pronunciation is, why it matters. Now, let's transition. Let's look at the common challenges, the tricky bits learners often face.
Right, navigating the tricky terrain. Because English pronunciation definitely has its quirks. It's normal to struggle with some aspects.
Absolutely. Millions of learners are grappling with the exact same things.
Okay, so the first big area is often mispronouncing individual sounds. Those building blocks we talked about. English has around 44 distinct sounds, or phonemes.
That's quite a lot.
It is. And many other languages have fewer, or they make similar sounds differently. This naturally leads to mix-ups, interference from your native language.
And just being aware of which sounds are tricky for you is the crucial first step, right?
Absolutely. Awareness first. So one really common area is vowels. We call them vowel vexations, specifically short versus long vowels.
Yes. The difference can be subtle, but the meaning change is often huge.
Take ship the boat and sheep the animal.
Okay.
The E in ship is short, quick, like in sit. She-e-p.
Got it.
The E in sheep is long, stretched out, like in see, she. See the difference? The tongue is higher and more forward for E.
Yeah, I can feel it. And this is tricky for some learners.
Very. Especially if their first language doesn't distinguish vowel length or quality in the same way. Spanish speakers, for instance, might find this hard initially, as Spanish vowels are generally pure one sound quality, not long versus short, like English often has.
So they might pronounce ship and sheep almost the same at first.
Exactly, causing potential confusion.
Okay, vowels. What about consonants?
Consonants have their own challenges. The English R sound is a classic troublemaker for many learners worldwide.
Why is that?
Its articulation varies a lot across languages, and getting it wrong can, again, change the word completely.
Like your example earlier, rice versus lice.
Perfect example. The R in rice is usually soft, the tongue curls back a bit but doesn't tap anything. Ice.
Okay.
But if you mispronounce it, maybe tap your tongue, like in some languages, or substitute an L sound, you might end up saying lice, which is not what you want on your plate.
Definitely not. Any particular groups find the R hard?
Well, for example, Japanese learners often struggle because the Japanese R is typically a flap, a quick tap of the tongue. It's physically different from the sustained English R. So they might unintentionally say lice for rice. It's about learning that new tongue position.
Makes sense. It's all about retraining those mouth muscles. What else trips people up?
Silent letters. The ghosts in the machine of English spelling.
Ah, yes. Letters that are written but just not said. Why?
Centuries of language change, borrowing words. It gets messy. But yeah, words like knife.
K-N-I-F-E. But no K sound, just knife.
Exactly. Or comb, C-O-M-B. But no B sound, just comb.
Or debt, D-E-B-T, silent B.
These are everywhere. And they show you can't always trust the spelling to tell you the pronunciation. You just have to learn them.
I remember you mentioned a student saying walk.
Oh yeah. Trying to say walk, W-A-L-K, but pronouncing the L and maybe the A sound differently, so it sounded like walk.
And friends heard woke.
Right. W-O-K-E. Leading to total confusion. Just shows how one sound or lack of a silent letter can throw things off.
So a quick practice idea for everyone listening.
Sure. Try listing maybe 5 words, have silent letters, like, hour, listen, island, psychology.
Good ones.
I know, say them out loud. Really focus on not saying the silent letter. No, hour. Listen, Get the feel for it. It builds that awareness.
Okay, so individual sounds, silent letters.
Okay.
What's next?
The beat, word stress, where you put the emphasis in a word with multiple syllables.
Ah, like the rhythm in music.
Exactly. And getting the stress wrong can change the meaning or just make the word sound really unnatural.
Can you give an example?
The classic is record, R-E-C-O-R-D.
Okay.
As a noun, like a vinyl record or setting a world record, the stress is on the first syllable, R-E chord.
R-U chord. Got it.
But as a verb, like to record this podcast, the stress shifts to the second syllable.
Record.
Record. Wow, yeah, totally different feel.
Isn't it? Same spelling, different stress, different meaning, and different part of speech, noun versus verb. Messing up the stress here really causes confusion.
And what about longer words, like photography? Good one. Multi-syllable mania. Where does the stress go in photography?
On the T-O, photography.
Bingo. Second syllable. Now, if you said photography or photography,
Sounds weird, unnatural.
totally. And this happens because English is a stress-timed language. Stressed syllables pop up at roughly regular intervals, and unstressed ones get squished.
Unlike some languages that stress syllables more evenly.
Right. Many languages are syllable-timed. This difference in rhythm is a major hurdle.
So how can people practice this?
Try pairs like present. As a gift, it's present.
Present.
As a verb, to show something, it's present.
Present. Feel the shift.
Or desert, the sandy place. Dessert versus dessert, the sweet treat.
Now,
Desserts.
fair. Okay.
A fun way to practice is clapping on the stressed syllable.
Yay.
Banana, clap on N-A. Clap you need her, clap on P-U. It makes the rhythm physical.
Good tip. Okay, sounds, stress. What else? Pace.
Pace, yes. The speed of your speech matters a lot for clarity. Too fast or too slow can both be problems.
Too fast and words just blur together, right?
Exactly. Like your example, how are you becomes how ya. It's hard for listeners, especially non-native ones, to catch everything. It's part of natural connected speech, but overdoing it hinders comprehension.
And too slow.
Can sound hesitant, maybe unsure. It can make conversations drag a bit, even if you're just trying to be careful.
I remember you telling me about someone in a job interview.
Ah, yes. Spoke incredibly fast, trying to cram in all their knowledge, but the interviewer just couldn't keep up, missed half of it. The intention was good, but the execution backfired because of the speed.
So the lesson is, slow down a bit, especially for important points.
Definitely. Find a balance. Here's a practice idea. Take a sentence, time yourself saying it normally, then say it again, consciously slower, articulating more. Find a speed that feels clear, but still natural.
Good plan. Okay, one more pitfall area.
Intonation. The melody of your voice. The rise and fall.
The music again.
It is, and it carries so much meaning. Emotions, whether something's a question or a statement.
How does it work for questions, typically?
Usually the voice goes up at the end. Are you coming? Voice rises. Signals you expect an answer.
Same for statements?
Usually falls. I'm coming. Voice falls. Signals completion, certainty.
What about lists, like apples, oranges, and bananas?
Good one. You usually rise on each item except the last one. I bought apples, rise, oranges, rise, and bananas, fall. The fall signals the end of the list.
Okay, and getting this wrong can cause issues.
Big time. You could say something happy, but if your intonation is flat or falls wrongly, you might sound bored, angry, sarcastic, completely the opposite of what you mean.
Wow, so it really conveys emotion, often subconsciously.
Hugely. So practice idea. Take a word like, really? Say it flatly. Now say it with a rising tone, like you're surprised or interested. Really? Feel that difference.
Yeah, totally changes the feeling.
Exactly. So these pitfall sounds, stress, pace, intonation, they're common, but totally fixable with awareness and practice.
Okay, so we've navigated the tricky bits. Now let's talk about the why. Why go through the effort? Let's get into the real power of clarity, how good pronunciation genuinely transforms your whole English experience.
Yes, because it's not just about avoiding mistakes. Good pronunciation is incredibly powerful. It changes how you learn, how you interact, how you feel about using English.
First big benefit, it just helps people understand you better, bridges those gaps.
Absolutely. Clear speech means less repeating yourself, fewer misunderstandings, things just flow more smoothly.
Think about everyday stuff like ordering food, saying coffee clearly means you get coffee, not tea or something else.
Sounds simple, but those little smooth interactions add up to a much less stressful day.
And in more serious situations, emergencies.
Clarity is critical then. Getting the right word understood immediately can save vital time.
You mentioned that story about the traveler needing a hospital?
Right, they needed a hospital, but maybe because of stress or pronunciation habits, it sounded like hostel.
And the taxi driver
Took them to a hostel. A significant delay in a potentially urgent situation. Clear pronunciation of those key sounds could have avoided the whole thing.
Wow. So practical tip. Practice common phrases you use a lot. Excuse me. Thank you.
Exactly. Practice them until they feel clear and natural. Use them in real life. Build that clarity habit.
Okay. Benefit 2. It boosts your persona, your confidence.
Oh, massively. When you sound clear, articulate, proficient, you naturally feel more self-assured.
And it's a cycle, isn't it? People who are shy about their pronunciation might speak less.
Right. But as pronunciation improves, they feel more willing to jump into conversations, participate more.
And when people understand you easily, you get that positive feedback.
Which reinforces the confidence. It's a wonderful upward spiral, like Maria, who practiced daily and now leads meetings confidently. That could be you listening.
Love that. And a quick tip. After you practice, literally tell yourself, good job.
Yes, acknowledge the effort. Celebrate the small wins. It keeps motivation high.
Benefit 3 is interesting. It actually improves your listening skills.
It does. They're totally connected. When you practice producing sounds accurately, knowing exactly where your tongue is, how your lips are shaped, it trains your ear to notice those subtle differences when other people speak.
So you get better at understanding different accents, British, American, others.
Exactly. Your ear becomes more attuned. You can pick out sounds more easily.
Which means you can enjoy podcasts, movies, music more. Maybe start with slightly slower ones and build up.
Perfect strategy. Build listening stamina alongside pronunciation skills.
Okay, benefit 4. It actually makes learning English easier overall, accelerates progress.
Yes. When you know how a word sounds, how it's properly articulated, it sticks in your memory better. The sound, meaning, and spelling all connect more strongly.
Like knowing through sounds like through helps you remember it.
Precisely. It clarifies spelling patterns, which can be confusing in English. And when you're confident, you can say a new word.
You're more likely to actually use it. Try it out.
You got it. You're less hesitant. Research shows learners who actively work on pronunciation tend to acquire the language faster overall. It boosts everything.
Wow. And finally, the big one, better job and social opportunities. Opening doors.
This is huge. Clear, confident English communication can genuinely expand your world. Professionally, it makes a strong impression in interviews, meetings, networking.
Conveys competence, reliability.
Definitely. Socially, easy conversation builds deeper friendships. Communication flows, connections strengthen.
Good for travel.
Makes everything smoother. Asking directions, ordering food, chatting with locals. Less stress, more enjoyment.
Like Ahmed's story, improving pronunciation led to a promotion.
Yes, and help to make international friends. Tangible benefits, both at work and socially. It shows the real-world impact.
So for everyone listening, think about your own goals, career goals, social goals. How could clearer English help you achieve them?
Maybe join an English club. Find online groups. Put your practice into action.
These benefits are really compelling. Okay, so we know why it's worth it. Let's get practical again. What's the action plan? How do you actually improve?
All right, let's dive into the how. Practical tips you can start using today. And remember, pick one, start small, be consistent. That's the key.
Tip number 1, immerse and echo. Listen and repeat native speaker audio.
This is foundational. You need good input to produce good output. Listen actively, then repeat.
Where can people find good audio?
Everywhere. YouTube channels like BBC Learning English are great. Podcasts designed for learners, even just watching TV shows or movies.
And the method, just listen and repeat.
Basically, yes. Play a sentence or phrase, pause, repeat it aloud. Try to copy the sound, the rhythm, the intonation exactly.
You mentioned shadowing too.
Ah, yes. That's more advanced. You speak at the same time as the audio, trying to match it in real time, like a shadow.
Ooh, that sounds challenging but effective.
It really builds fluency and natural rhythm. Maybe try it with a short phrase first, like, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog.
Okay.
Repeat that a few times, focusing on flow.
Or maybe try shadowing just 1 minute of a TED Talk. Pick someone clear.
Great challenge. You'll notice so much doing that.
Okay, tip 2. Decode sounds by learning phonetic symbols, the IPA.
The International Phonetic Alphabet. Think of it as a secret code for sounds. Each symbol represents one specific sound, consistently.
Unlike regular spelling.
Exactly. English spelling is messy. IPA cuts through that. You'll see it in good dictionaries, like Kate for cat. It shows you exactly how to say it.
So learning IPA means you can figure out pronunciation even for weirdly spelled words.
Precisely. It takes the guesswork out. You can see the sound.
Where should someone start with IPA? It looks complicated.
Start simple. Focus on key vowel sounds first, like the difference between I and C, and do and sit. Learn the symbols for sounds you find tricky.
Maybe use an app, like Sounds, the pronunciation app.
Perfect suggestion. Apps make learning IPA much more interactive and manageable.
Okay, tip 3, muscle memory. Practice tongue and mouth exercises.
Yes, pronunciation is physical. Your tongue, lips, jaw, they're muscles. They need training.
Like tongue twisters. She sells seashells.
Exactly. They're like workouts for your mouth, building strength and agility for tricky sound combinations. Also, practice in front of a mirror.
To see what your mouth is actually doing.
Yep, especially for sounds like the or V versus W. See if your lips and tongue are in the right place. You can also do warm-ups like humming or blowing raspberries to loosen up.
What about specific sounds like the R?
For R, consciously practice curling your tongue back slightly. Say phrases like red lorry, yellow lorry, or really rare rubies. Feel that tongue position.
And how often should people do these exercises?
Just 5 minutes a day can make a real difference. Consistency is more important than duration.
Good to know. Tip 4, self-correction. Record yourself and listen back.
This one is so powerful, but people often avoid it. Hearing yourself objectively is eye-opening.
How do you do it? Just use your phone.
Yep. Record yourself reading a paragraph or just talking about your day. Then listen back critically. Compare it to native speaker audio if you can.
What should you listen for?
Differences in sounds, rhythm, intonation. But don't try to fix everything at once. Pick one thing, maybe one vowel sound, or word stress on certain words.
And re-record focusing just on that one thing.
Exactly. Record, listen, identify one issue, practice, re-record, repeat until you hear improvement on that specific point, then moves to the next.
I heard about someone improving a lot just by recording themselves telling stories.
It works. Hearing your own progress is incredibly motivating too.
Okay, final practical tip, number 5. Use technology, online tools and apps for feedback.
We live in an amazing time for this. There are apps like Say Speak that use AI to listen to you and score your pronunciation on specific sounds.
Wow, instant feedback.
Right. Or sites like Forvo, where you can hear almost any word pronounced by native speakers from different places.
Good for hearing variations.
And Youglish is brilliant. You type in a word, and it finds YouTube videos where native speakers use that word in context. You hear it naturally.
Many of these have free versions too, right?
Often, yes. You can get started easily. Maybe set yourself a goal, like reaching 80% accuracy on a tricky sound in an app.
And use them consistently. 10 minutes a day.
Perfect. Little and often. Technology can be a fantastic practice partner.
Okay, that's a solid action plan. Lots of options there, but how do you keep it going? How do you make practice, well, not boring?
The million-dollar question. Making practice a pleasure. Because if it feels like a chore, you won't stick with it.
Totally. So, fun idea number 1, read aloud. Anything from kids' books to news articles.
Reading aloud is fantastic for fluency, intonation, and just getting comfortable with the flow of English.
Where to start? Maybe something simple.
Definitely. Children's books are great. Dr. Seuss, for example. Simple language, rhymes, repetition. It lets you focus purely on the sounds and rhythm.
And then move on to news headlines, maybe short articles.
Yeah, gradually increase the complexity. The key is, don't just read robotically. Veer your speed, add emotion. Try to sound interested in what you're reading.
Maybe pick a fairy tale and try doing different voices for the characters.
Love that. It forces you to play with intonation and expression. Or, low pressure tip, read aloud to your pet or a plant. No judgment.
Huh. Okay, fun idea too, especially for music lovers. Sing along.
Yes, English songs are amazing pronunciation teachers, especially for rhythm and stress.
Start with easy songs, stuff you know.
Absolutely. Twinkle Twinkle, theme songs, pop songs with clear lyrics like Taylor Swift, or classics like the Beatles. The melody naturally guides your rhythm and stress.
Just find the lyrics online and belt it out.
Go for it.
Right.
Sing enthusiastically. Don't worry about sounding perfect. It's about feeling the rhythm of the language. Karaoke is surprisingly good practice.
I bet. Fun idea 3, social learning. Practice with a friend or language partner.
Learning with others is motivating and puts your skills to the test in real interaction. Use language exchange apps like Tandem or HelloTalk if you need a partner.
And do more than just chat, maybe specific activities.
Good idea. Describe pictures to each other. Role-play scenarios, ordering food, asking directions, shopping.
Maybe agree to gently correct each other's pronunciation in a supportive way.
Definitely. Make it a safe space to practice and get feedback. Scheduling regular calls, maybe weekly, really helps build consistency.
Makes sense. Final fun idea. Cinematic immersion. Watch movies and copy the actors.
Movies are great for hearing natural conversation, intonation, and rhythm in context.
Start with animated movies, maybe? Like Finding Nemo. Dialogue is often clearer.
Good starting point. The technique is watch a line, pause, repeat the line exactly as the actor said it. Try to mimic their intonation, emotion, speed.
It helps you absorb intonation naturally.
Very much so. Use subtitles at first if needed. Don't stress about copying the accent perfectly. Focus on the patterns, the melody.
Maybe try mimicking famous lines. I'll be back.
Exactly. Have fun with it. Host a tongue twister challenge night. Play online pronunciation games. Integrate it into things you enjoy.
Love these ideas. Make it fun, make it social, make it something you look forward to.
That's the secret to long-term improvement. But even with fun practice, there's often still that fear factor, that inner critic.
Ah, yes. The fear of speaking. Let's tackle that next. How to conquer it.
This is crucial, because fear can hold you back more than anything. But you can overcome it.
First big message, embrace your unique voice. Don't obsess about your accent.
Please don't. Accents are natural. They're part of who you are. Think of them like different flavors. Variety is good. The goal is clarity, not eliminating your accent.
Your way of speaking can be charming, memorable.
Absolutely. Look at famous people with distinct accents who are incredibly successful communicators. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sofia Vergara. Their accents are part of their identity.
You mentioned Sophia, the teacher with the Spanish accent.
Yes. Confident, clear, effective accent and all. It proves clarity is what matters, not sounding native.
So suggestion, record your voice and listen for its unique qualities. Appreciate it.
Yes. Celebrate it. Focus on being clear, not on erasing yourself.
Okay, point 2 for conquering fear. Accept mistakes. Learn from the slips.
Mistakes are unavoidable. They are proof you are learning, pushing yourself. Even native speakers make slips all the time.
So don't beat yourself up. Laugh it off.
Please do. See them as funny learning moments. Note the mistake, figure out what went wrong, and move on. Don't let it stop you from speaking again.
Maybe use a little affirmation, like it's okay after a mistake.
Perfect. Be kind to yourself. Maybe even track your common errors and watch yourself improve over time in a journal. Seeing progress builds confidence.
And the final point for beating fear. Speak a little every single day. Build momentum. Get comfortable.
Consistency is everything here. Regular practice, even tiny bits, desensitizes you to the fear. It builds comfort and confidence gradually.
Start super small, like saying hello to yourself in the mirror.
Exactly. Very low pressure. Then gradually increase chat with a friend, then a language partner, maybe brief interactions with shopkeepers, baby steps.
And reward yourself for taking those steps.
Definitely. Acknowledge your bravery. Treat yourself. Reinforce the positive habit.
And the amazing thing is, just 5 minutes of speaking practice a day can make a huge difference to your confidence in just a month or so.
It really can. It's about building the habit, proving to yourself that you can do it. You are stronger than your fear. Keep speaking, keep shining.
Wow. Okay. What a journey we've been on today, really diving deep into pronunciation.
We covered a lot of ground.
From what it is, why it's that vital communication bridge, how it boosts confidence, all the way to practical tips and overcoming fear.
And hopefully everyone listening feels a bit less intimidated and more empowered now. Remember, it's not about some impossible ideal of perfection.
No, it's about clarity, connection, being understood.
Exactly. And it is a skill you can improve step by step with patience and consistent practice. Just 10 minutes a day adds up incredibly over time.
Find ways to make it enjoyable, make it fit your life, your interests. Embrace your unique voice in the process.
That's the most important thing. Enjoy the journey.
So, thinking back on everything we discussed, what's your favorite tip or idea that you heard today? I really encourage you, pick one thing that resonated and try it out. Start today. You are an amazing learner. You've already come so far just by tuning in and engaging with this. We know you've got this.
Keep going, keep practicing, keep speaking.
Absolutely. And before we wrap up for today, please remember to like this video, share it with anyone else who might find it helpful, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Learn English Lab, so you don't miss our next deep dive.
Thanks for listening, everyone.